Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pythagorean Room. In this video I want to talk about linear functions and the equations of lines on the plane. We'll start by studying a few concepts that are important to an understanding, as well as showing you how to find the equation of a line. We'll finish off by going over an SAT practice problem. First, recall that a point on the plane indicates an exact location and has coordinates x and y, where x indicates the horizontal position and y indicates the vertical position. Note that to draw a line, we'll simply have to mark any 2 points and connect them. Now, the graph passes through two very important locations, which are what we call the intercepts. The y-intercept is a point where the line crosses the y-axis. It has coordinates 0, b. To find b, substitute 0 for x in the equation of the line and solve for y. When we are modeling real-life situations, the y-intercept usually represents what we call the initial value of the function, since it happens when x is equal to 0. On the other hand, the x-intercept is a point where the line crosses the x-axis and has coordinates a, 0. To find a, substitute 0 for y in the equation of the line and solve for x. Now I want to discuss the parts that make up a linear function and how we represent them. A linear function can be represented by a linear equation involving x and y, written in slope-intercept form, where y is equal to mx plus b. An equation in slope-intercept form is comprised of two constant values, the slope of the line m and the y-intercept b. The slope gives the direction of the line and represents the rate of change between y and x, as the line moves from one point to another. To show you a visual representation of this, we'll draw an xy plane and a general line. Now we can label any 2 points on the line, and to go from one point to the other, we'll first have to move up. This distance can be found by taking the difference between the y coordinates. Then, to reach our destination, we'll have to move to the right. This distance can be found by finding the difference between the x coordinates. As I mentioned before, the slope is the ratio between the change of y and the change in x. Then we can use what we have just studied to find the formula of the slope. We have that the slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The last thing I'm going to teach you is how to find the equation of a line. As previously mentioned, to find a line, all you need is 2 points. In this case, we are given the coordinates of 2 points, and we have to find the equation of a line that passes through them. We'll start by writing a general equation in slope-intercept form. To find the slope, we use the slope formula. We'll go ahead and label our points and substitute these values into the slope formula. Using this, we'll find that the slope has to be 1/2. Now we can substitute this value into our general equation. To find the slope-intercept, we have to plug in the coordinates of one of the given points. Solving for b, and we'll find that b has to be equal to 1. Then we can plug this back into our general equation and we'll find the equation of a line. In this case, we have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1. This represents a line that has a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of 0, 1. Now we are ready to tackle a practice problem. In this problem, we are told that we have a line passing through the origin and has a slope of 1/7, and we're asked which of the following points lies on the line. We can take a conceptual approach to solve this problem using what we just learned. We'll start by noting that since the line passes through the origin, it has to go through 0, 0. Now, noting that the slope is 1/7, this means that every time y increases by 1, x has to increase by 7. So we can write some of the following points that are on the line, namely 7, 1 and 14, 2. This means that the answer to this problem has to be option D. I hope that you find this useful, and I'll see you next time.